Children, I have already briefed you the summary. I'll be sending you the question answer today, but still, again, I'll tell you about the lesson. As we all know, spring is the season associated with optimism and hope. It also works as a metaphor for the childhood stage of our life. So, children, right from the time we are born until the childhood, every child hopes for new beginnings and a bright future. So this the phase of the childhood is all about what is the phase? You are undergoing a phase of innocence, energy, and tremendous inclination towards outdoors activities, along with fun and play. Children, I'm not telling you these questions, I'm not telling you the answer of it, I'm just briefing you the lesson again. I'll be sending you all the questions. You can pen down the questions, but by the time, focus on my audio, listen to the audio. So, the phase of childhood is about innocence, energy, tremendous inclination towards outdoors activities. The children, they want to play outdoors, they want to go outdoors, and along with fun and play. And playtime does not have any of the limit. Uh, in case if you want to play, you don't have to, the children, they don't see the limit. And it is also the time of getting more skill and knowledge. They gain knowledge and going to school. So, The Lost Spring is written by Anais Jung. She talks about the national shame of children being forced to live a life of poverty and exploitation. Now, she took two protagonists, children. She talks about the two of the children. First is Sahib A. Alam, and second one is Mukesh. Both of them don't live their childhood as they have to carry the burden of poverty and illiteracy. Both of the Sahib and Mukesh, both of them, they have to undergo miserable conditions, and the author provides glimpses of fortitude. Actually, she is an Indian female author. She is a journalist also, and she has seen, she went on write many subsequent books on the same topic. She has written many of the books on the same topic, and she deals with the in this particular chapter we can say that she deals with the deplorable condition of poor children who get forced to miss the simple joyful moments of childhood. Why? Because of their socio-economic condition. Children, we can say that these children, they are not given the opportunity of schooling. You are so blessed that you come to the school, that your parents, they are sending you to the school. Your parents, they are giving you everything. They are providing you general basic facilities, isn't it? So you are blessed, but these children, they are not given the opportunity of schooling and are compelled to start working early in life. The author strives hard to eliminate child labor through her book. She opposes child labor. Mukesh, he used to work in a bangle factory, and Sahib, he was a rag picker, and then his parents were a rag picker, and he used to work on a tea stall. So all the characters of the Lost Spring, we can say that Sahib Alam, a rag picker, Mukesh, son of bangle maker. Is it clear? There are two of the characters. Again, I'll say Sahib Alam, a rag picker, कूड़ा उठाने वाला. Mukesh, son of bangle maker, चूड़ी जो बनाते हैं. And there are two parts. First is sometimes I find a rupee in the garbage, and the second one is I want to drive a car. Children, I'm not explaining you the in case if you want any of the in case if you want to ask anything, you can contact me anytime. I'm free for you, and you will note down these answers in your notebook. So he says that the first part talks about the writer's impression about the life of the unfortunate rag pickers. The rag pickers, they are basically children, they migrate from Dhaka. She finds that the rag pickers, they have migrated from Dhaka, and they somewhere they find a settlement in Simapuri. They end up losing their fields and homes due to storms. Due to storm, they lose their fields and homes. And then what did they do is they came to the big city to find a living. But when they don't have anything, so they are poor. गरीब थे वो, वहाँ से ढाका से यहाँ आ गए थे. The author then watches Sahib, the rag picker, every morning, who is always searching for the gold in her neighborhood. Garbage is actually the means of survival for elders, and it is sometimes wrapped in wonder for the children. Why this line is again and again I'm focusing, yesterday also I've explained that wrapped in wonder for children means they find something new they for them. They For example, he found a pair of shoes, so it is wrapped in wonder for children. Sometimes the children find a coin or two from it. Even these kids have desires. They also have desires and ambitions, but they have no clue about how to achieve them. There are many things that are unreachable to them. What are the things, children, which are unreachable? We can say shoes, tennis, and similar kind of stuff. Later on, Sahib starts working at a tea stall where he earns 800 rupees and also gets to eat all the meals. But the job takes away his freedom. Now, coming up to the next part is I want to drive a car. In the second part, this authoress, she talks about Mukesh, who comes from the family of bangle maker, and he lives in Firozabad. Actually, children, Firozabad is quite popular for its glass blowing industry. It's very popular over there, and staggering around 20,000 children are a part of this business. Imagine 20,000 children, they are part of this business, bangle making, and this glass blowing, working in a glass blowing industry. So, no doubt, law prohibits child labor, but it is brutally ignored there. Everybody, the child is not, they are not supposed to employ any of the child, but see, children, everybody ignores the laws, na? So, the working environment and the living conditions are very pathetic over there. Children live in the dingy cells and they work around hot furnaces. And these hot furnaces, children, they make the children blind. They make the children blind when they enter adulthood, and since they are weighed down by debt. Debt means karza. They have taken, they have borrowed the money from the money lender, and they, because they need money for their survival, so they have borrowed the money. They weighed down by debt. They cannot think or find any way to escape this trap. They are trapped. So the politician, policemen, middlemen, and bureaucrats obstruct their way of progress, and rather most women in such families think that this is their fate. They have accepted it, and they rather think that okay, the old now sometimes they think that okay, this is our fate. And further, he says that but Mukesh is very different from rest of the folks there. He has dreams of becoming a motor mechanic, and he says that I want to drive a car. The garbage is quite far from his house, but he shall walk. Now, we can say that the author is analyzing the poor conditions and traditions that push children to live a life of exploitation. They are also denied education and face hardships. And she comes across Sahib. I've already told you, a rag picker whose parents have left Dhaka and the life of poverty to earn a living in Delhi. And she sheds light on another victim of child labor. What was his name? The victim of child labor, Mukesh. Yes, Mukesh, who dreams of becoming a motor mechanic. But the child has always worked in the glass making industry, and when they were working in the glass making industry, children, they have to face many health hazards, where and Mukesh father is blind, uh, with the due course of time. He's blind, and even his father and grandfather were also blind. So bangle makers of Firozabad are so burdened that they have stopped dreaming, unlike Mukesh. It is extremely crucial to understand the hidden meaning of the writer's story to score well. Children. So, see, I have explained to you earlier. I have told you the poem. In that poem, also we have gone an elementary classroom in a slum. In the same thing, it was the same thing. And again, in the Lost Spring, also we are studying the pathetic condition pathetic condition of the children. So I hope you have understood. In case they are oblivious means forgetful, they are oblivious of the existence of the laws that can protect them. This line in this answer, oblivious means forgetful. So I'll be sending you the question answer, children. Do copy it, and in case if you have any of the problems, submit your assignment on time, and if you have any of the problem, you can contact me.